Let's talk about how we can teach our children to love America. You know him from Fox and Friends and his wonderful program on Fox Nation, What Made America Great. Brian Kilmeade, the history guy, joins us now. Brian, look, I think the best single thing we could do to teach our kids to love America is pass a law that requires everyone in this country to watch your show on Fox Nation. But I've got a feeling Nancy Pelosi is not going to buy that. So in absence of that, what do you think we can do to really teach our children to love and appreciate this great country?
I'm going to work towards passing your law, Steve, because I don't think there's any choice. But sadly, in New York, with the bail rules, they'll have people out in the same day. This is what used to happen, and you probably wouldn't know this. I'm very curious to see what they did in Great Britain. But you had social studies in second grade, and you talked about American history a lot in 11th grade, and you focused on it in 7th grade. You talked about American history. That was the focus. And the older you got, the more advanced you got in school, the more in-depth you got. You're able to focus on areas of particular interest. Early on, I mean, you ask kids, do you like science, you like math? You get a definite yes or no. If you hear a kid say, I don't like social studies, I don't like history, I back them up. I go, well, do you like stories? Yes. What if I told you the stories revolve around something you know, like your country? Okay. What if it revolves around something like you, that you can relate to, that you can see, you can touch, you can feel? They usually say yes. Well, here we go. Let's learn about what we were up against in 1776. It was the mighty Brits who wanted to tax us to death. And what did they do? Even though we're overmatched and outnumbered, this guy named George Washington, after losing a couple of battles, decided, I'm going to do it a different way. And by wearing out the British and letting them know we were never going to quit, we eventually beat you at Yorktown. And after a while, there was another conflict. And that other conflict was the War of 1812. And what if you can go to the White House in one of my series and look up and see where the Brits, your people, former people, burned the White House to the ground. And there was only one, there's still an archway where it was still there, the original White House, and then there's still burn marks there. America rebuilt the Capitol, formed an army. We would never be invaded again. And then I tell you what happens, but along the way, I tell you about the sin of slavery. I tell you that American Indians weren't treated like they should. I tell you about those battles. But in the end, you have this great nation that saves the world and is the beacon of hope for the rest of the planet. Not because we're perfect, but because we try to be.
It's interesting, but by the way, Brian, before we get to the important points, I just want to, I say this every time when that vile accusation against me and my people is made. They're not my people. I'm Hungarian, okay? I don't take any ownership of those Brits. I'm going to condemn them with the rest of you. So look, I just think it's really fascinating. Someone else made this point to me, that precisely because the schools are doing such a terrible job of teaching history, that's why you've got this increased demand for books like you've written, for your show on Fox Nation, for podcasts about history. Kids and families, they're not getting it in the schools, and they're reaching out for it, they're searching for it elsewhere. Do you think that the president, actually, or the federal government can kind of give that a boost somehow to try and encourage that trend?
I would look at the curriculum from the educational system, absolutely the public school system. On the private school system, you find a lot of parents reaching out to the private schools because they don't like what's in the social studies books. You know, I wrote George Washington's Secret Six, Thomas Jefferson, the Tripoli Pirates, Andrew Jackson, Miracle of New Orleans, and Sam Houston and the Alamo Avengers. You know what I got consistently in line? I never knew this, number one, or number two, they don't learn this in schools. And what I'm trying to tell you is, I never thought that writing history would be so newsworthy. I didn't know I'd have to defend Ulysses S. Grant. I didn't know I'd have to tell you the history of the Lincoln statue and why it was so important that an African-American, based off a real African-American who got his freedom, breaking change, fist clenched away from Lincoln, beginning to rise, was so important. I didn't think I'd have to tell you that George Washington was indispensable to our future. I didn't think I'd have to find out why he shouldn't have his hands sprayed red in Washington Park in New York City. But now I'm scrambling to tell people in the past what really happened and why this doesn't belong in the news. It should be accepted as history. We should be proud of who he was. We should be proud of the only person left in American history early on of our founding fathers would really be John Adams and Alexander Hamilton. And they were in the North. And the ones in the South were born into a system that depended on slavery. Not good, but when they looked around and when they were born, that's what they had. But that doesn't mean you tear apart America. It's part of our story. And, you know, there was a time, Steve, when we walked around the world in Europe and people used to say, here come the Americans with their chest out thinking the world revolves around them. We overcompensated to the point where we walk around, not me, not you, apologizing for our past, apologizing for President Obama, President Bush, President Trump, apologizing for our exploits in the Middle East. Really? I never knew we were apologizing. For what? For bailing out everyone, being the Western world's defense? From what we do and from what we're able to innovate and bring to the rest of the world, this is an opportunity to reassess where we've been and where we're going. And I agree with your monologue. President Trump should use this opportunity not to preach, but to tell. Engage the story of America and let America decide. Do we want to be embarrassed about our past, or do we want to embrace our past? And what kind of country do you want to be on July 4th? One that celebrates the destruction of our private property and our statues and our saints and Gandhi? Or do you want to be a country that looks back and say, he or she wasn't perfect, but man, they were impressive?
Yes, I love it, Brian Kilmeade. That's great. Who would have thought you've done something with these history books and shows so valuable to the nation? It's really great to see. Thank you so much.